Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. This week, I am heading back out for my last long run before the Lakes Traverse 100k, which is next weekend. By the time you watch this, it will be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 days. 3 days away. That is terrifying, but I'm heading out for a nice long run today. It is a grey and slightly wintry day, but I'm heading out with my boyfriend Rhian and our dog Tia for a nice sort of 15-16 kilometre run around the Bristol countryside, which should be lovely. Haven't planned a route or anything, but I kind of wanted to talk you through all the kit that I'll be using for the Lakes Traverse, and I'll be testing it all out today just to double check for any niggles or slightly imperfect things ahead of the race. Obviously the race isn't in the middle of nowhere, so if there's a bit of stuff that isn't 100% perfect, I can fix it while up in the Lake District, and if there's anywhere that has great outdoor shops, it is the Lake District. So we will be heading up there on Tuesday, but I wanted to talk to you about my kit. Before we head up, I will be going through the mandatory kit list as well, because it's quite an extensive mandatory kit list, including some things that I'm not really used to taking on runs. So I just want to make sure that everything is perfect before heading up, that I'm going to be comfortable, or as comfortable as you can be, whilst racing 100 kilometers on the day. Right, so this is everything I need, and that all has to fit in that bag, which is kind of bonkers, but it is what it is. So this is all the mandatory kit, by the way. So this is everything we need. Hat, and I'm bringing ear warmers, gloves. Haven't chosen which top I'll wear, depends on the weather, but probably it's going to be the long sleeved one. Running pack with capacity for water, and in there will also be all my food, obviously, and there's a whistle in there as well, which is part of the mandatory kit. And then my shoes, which already look like they've had many years of use, but I promise they are actually pretty new. These are the Innovate Rock Lights. They're looking very wet because they are. They're the Innovate Rock Light Ultra G320. Catchy, I know. They have been amazing so far, and they're good for mixed terrain, which is why I'm bringing them, because I think there will be a combination of rocks and stuff, also a little bit of road, dirt track, that sort of thing, and that should be suitable for all of them. Synthetic jacket, specifically, they say, has to be a spare synthetically insulated layer. So that's what this is. It's a Columbia jacket. It's got silver on the middle. I've had this for absolutely ages, and it looks disgusting because it's come with me on every sort of camping trip I've ever been on because it is so warm. Annoyingly, they specify that it has to be 300 grams. This one is 500 grams, and I would love to take a smaller one, but obviously being a small woman, my size, means that things that for the men might weigh 300 grams would weigh under 300 grams for me, so I've had to go up in thickness, which is quite annoying because obviously that is pretty bulky. It does pack down quite small for a jacket, but it's still quite bulky. But on the plus side, it is very warm and does mean that hopefully I won't freeze to death overnight. Then we have tape seams, waterproof trousers, tape seams waterproof jacket with a hood. I have a better tape seams waterproof jacket now, but it doesn't have a hood, so I have to bring this one. Then we have my head torches. So I've got two different head torches here, both from Silver, and I haven't decided which one I'm going to use yet. So there is the Trail Runner Free, which is this one here. It's super duper lightweight. It has 400 lumens of light, which is not the brightest head torch, but plenty bright enough to light up the trail ahead of you. Is just so lightweight, and it has a red light at the back, and you can bring AAA batteries to replace while you're on the move, and obviously that is part of the mandatory kit. Or I've got this one here, which is the Trail Speed Torch, and this one is 1200 lumens, so it's significantly brighter. It's also a bit heavier because of this battery pack, but it is made specifically for running, so I will decide closer to the time, but I think I'll take them both. I could always keep them both in my pack as well if I decided that I wanted to have them both, rather than bring spare batteries, and that way I could have this one as a backup and then wear this one so that it's nice and bright, because I will be finishing in the dark. Then on to, this isn't part of the mandatory kit, this is a medical kit. Got loads of plasters in there, paracetamol, no ibuprofen because it's bad when you're running, and like various bandages and blister plasters and all that kind of stuff. I might lighten that down a little bit since it's not part of the mandatory kit and just take what I think I'll need. Then obviously my GoPro. I will be vlogging the whole thing, you are welcome. I will also be bringing these because inevitably my GoPro will die, as will my phone, but mainly my GoPro, especially if it's cold, because it just hates, the battery just hates the cold. So 2 different power banks in case one of them doesn't work. But yeah, that should be enough to do like several charges of both my phone and my GoPro, so that should be fine. And then a bivy bag, which is kind of like a foil blanket, but it is a bag, so you can like get into it as though it's a sleeping bag and is part of the mandatory kit. That's everything, and that all has to fit in there. As well as that, there's obviously all the other stuff like my phone, charging cable, food, race map, my compass, which I have, any cash that I should probably bring with me, and then the GPS tracker as well, which the race organisers will give you when you register at silly o'clock in the morning. So that is everything that I will be running with, and I'm going to be testing that out today. Oh, I don't have any leggings there. I will be wearing leggings. I just haven't decided which ones yet. It really depends how cold it's gonna be. If it is gonna be pouring it down with rain, I'll probably be wearing some slightly thicker ones. Then if it's a dry day, I'll probably wear my Soar running ones because I love those. So that is what I plan on taking. I'll be bringing extra kit up to the Lake District as well in case I have any last minute changes of heart and want to shift any of my kit to different things. But I'm quite confident with this kit. The only thing that's relatively new are my Innovates, which I wore for the Beast of the Blacks race and really liked them then. The only thing that I have found is because I've got a very bony heel on my right foot that I do towards the end of very wet runs where my feet get very wet. I sometimes get the start of like rubbing on the back of my heel, start of a blister. So I will be preempting that probably by putting some tape there, or maybe just some K-tape or something like that, just so that doesn't get any worse throughout the race, because obviously if it starts with a blister, it's gonna continue and get significantly worse, and it would be a shame to have to stop the race because of a stupid blister. So there'll be many reasons for me to stop the race, and I'm really hoping that that is not one of them. But without further ado, gonna head out for a run and enjoy the trails before we get to the Lake District. I am, as I have mentioned so many times, just terrified, but really excited to get out, and fingers crossed running feels a bit better today than it has been recently. Tia, are you ready to go for a run? No? 3, 2, 1, go. Right, this way, this way. Go on then. There, good girl. Hey, good girl, yes. Yeah, where are we going? So, I'm here with Rhian. He is practicing also running with all his gear for Croatia, where we're doing multiple days. And although Rhian is very used to carrying a pack, can you tell everyone why you're used to carrying a pack?
Because when I'm out fossil hunting, I have to carry my ex-army Bergen with all my tools in to start, which is about 5 to 10 kilos. And if I have a good day, find a load of rocks, I have to carry them all back across the beach, and that can be up to 60, 70 kilos on a good day. Whew. Very good day. Okay, well, we, thankfully, will not be carrying 60 to 70 kilos, but we will be carrying all our food and water for the day on the first day, which is a marathon, and second day, which is a long cycle. But Rhian is not used to running with the pack, doesn't usually do his fossil hunting running, so he's getting used to that. And I, of course, am getting wearing all of my stuff for the Lake Traverse 100k, so I'm getting used to running with a little bit more weight on my back, and so far so good actually. Up we go. Gia. Come on, let's go. Up we go. So you'll have noticed today I'm running with the dog. It's sort of cheating because she's pulling me along at the moment, but it also makes it a lot harder in the second half because I end up having to pull her because she gets overexcited at the start and then very underexcited for the second half, which is highly relatable actually. But yeah, it's also so nice being able to take her out because on most of my days when I'm doing training, I'll go out and do like an hour run or whatever, and then I'll come back and walk her, and it just means that you're out for so long and it's really exhausting.
and I kind of consider it part of my training because we got this big hill every day. I say big hill, it's not really a big hill, but it feels big enough. So yeah, it's really nice to be able to take her out with me, and it's kind of one of the reasons we got a dog, isn't it? Wanted one to be able to do running with me and fossil hunting with Rhian, although she does hate fossil hunting because it's too slow, which is fair enough, to be honest. But yeah, because she can do like 10-11 miles, which is pretty good. We don't run her that frequently, but when we do, she seems to really enjoy it. Oh. If I had any plans of keeping my shoes clean before next week, they are now completely ruined. It is so wet, so muddy, which you're used to.
Yep.
I am not so used to it, but the innervates are holding up really nicely. So yeah, I'm just trying to stop the dog from like pulling me over in this mud, which if she sees a deer, is a good possibility. And we're gonna go this side, T. This side. This side? Yes. So we've already got to cross the river, 3k in. Come on, it's okay. Whoa! Okay, yeah, good girl. Up we go, up we go, up we go. Okay, follow Rhian. Whoa! Good girl. Oh my god. Definitely doing it with a dog is a bit more treacherous. Oh my god. Every path is a river. Wow, 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 wow. If 100k is like this, it's gonna take me like 3 days to complete. So, this is the state, it's a lake. There's a lake, are we gonna go through the lake, T? I think follow Rhian. No, okay, we're gonna stop for water. Oh no. Huh. I mean, there's no point trying to stay dry. Very happy dog. All right, we're going left. That's the footpath. Very muddy. More mud. So we're going along the road now because it connects up the two halves of our run. We all hate road running, Tia especially. So we're going to get along here as fast as possible because it does not feel safe without a dog, let alone with a dog. So I didn't really pre-plan the route today. So it's just kind of a case of go to the garden centre and then find a route from there, which is like our weekly special treat activity. And there's so many places around there, I was like, oh, we'll just find a route, but I don't really know how far this is, so I think it might be a case of like go to the nice bit and then wiggle around in the woods until you've hit like enough distance to go back. And today the plan is 15k, but so far it's been very heavy going, so we'll see how we feel. I'm not going to gain any fitness now for the race next week, so it's really just a case of keeping the legs moving. So how are you feeling for Croatia?
Might survive.
You'll survive.
We walk the whole thing.
We could walk the whole thing. It's not a race, so
Thank God.
thank God. It's a holiday, really. It's a holiday with a lot of activity. And let the dog off so she can have a bit of a run round. Looks like she's trying to chase deer or something, which is not good, so we might lose her. But I know that she likes to stretch her legs a little bit and run much faster than us. Good. Heel. Good girl. Good girl, well done. As per usual, I've forgotten to drink any of my water, so I'm carrying around an extra kilo for no apparent reason. But I got Voom in one and just water in the other. And then I'm also trying out that new caffeine kick little Voom snack, which so far so good, it tastes amazing. It feels like it's sunset already. We've been going for an hour, just over, and it's getting dark because I think it's about to pour with rain, like it has been every day. Happy dog! Good girl. Woo. We're in Ashton Court now, at the windiest part of the course. We are nearly 12k in, just heading down to Albert's Pool now, which is gorgeous. Rhian here showed me Albert's Pool way back when we first started dating, I think.
Decades ago.
Decades ago, not decades. 7, nearly 8 years. Bloody hell. And it's so gorgeous down there. Definitely nicer on like a sunny day, but we take what we can get. We've done lots of tree felling along here, but it's a beautiful woodland and pond down at Abbott's Pool. A pool, some might say. So this is the first run I've done in literally weeks where I felt okay. Like I haven't felt like I'm dying every step. Most runs I've done have just felt like a complete slog every step of the way, and it's just been like psychologically and physically obviously, but psychologically exhausting to never have a good run. And it sounds super dramatic, but like I haven't necessarily been enjoying any of them. It hasn't helped that we've had the longest, coldest, wettest winter of all winters, but hopefully we're coming out of that now, and the lakes is a chance to actually go running for the sake of exploring and seeing beautiful places and all of that. At least that's the goal, so just there to enjoy it, and it's really nice not to feel like death today. I just had to listen to my body recently and do pretty much nothing. I've done a couple of very slow, easy pods. I haven't done any sessions in weeks. I haven't done my set training plan in weeks, and I have never had such a bad lead up to a race ever, including my first ultra, which I signed up to 2 weeks before the race, and had done no ultra specific training, but we'd spent just months down on the southwest coast path doing lots of hilly runs of like 20k and whatever, and my body felt a lot better prepared for that, even though I didn't even know I was doing that race, than it does for this one, where I'm supposed to have done 16 weeks of specific training. So it's just a case of start and hope for the best. Look at that! Wow! Beautiful! Beautiful! Alright, now we're going back, and we're nearly back. Tia's definitely tired now. She's just realised Rhian has left us behind, so pull me up the hill. Yeah, good dog. Up we go. Good girl, up we go. Oh god, this is a painful hill. We got to the part of the run where it's my turn to pull Tia. I guess it's only fair since she's pulled me a lot of the way around. I think her preferred distance is about 10k, so we're at 13.5 now. I know that she can do 10-11 miles, but if she deems it not exciting enough, which means if there aren't any other dogs, if there aren't any deers or sheep to chase or get excited about, then she tends to complain towards the latter half of a run, which is very relatable, to be fair. Don't we all? But she did 2 runs last weekend, and we did them with, first one with Rhian and second one with her best bud Ruby, and she loved them. So yeah, I know that she can do it, and I've ended up doing a lot of motivational speeches for her, which is probably good practice for me as well. But just heading on to the last little bit of the run now. Feeling okay actually. I think this next week I'm just gonna have to do basically nothing and hope that I feel fully recovered, because there's nothing I can do to gain fitness between now and the race. So it's just a case of resting and recovering. .5k, 15.6 done. Oh god. Oh my god, why did you? Oh, that was an amazing jump. Wow, okay, she does have some energy left. Wow, okay, good girl. 10 miles done. Still probably just over a kilometre from the car, maybe a mile, which will be equal to Tia's longest run, which is amazing. Yeah, she's just over 2 years old now, so it feels like the right time. Oh, also, for all of you asking, yes, I am still planning on doing a video about introduction to canicross with someone who knows a lot more than I do. I'm not going to tell you who it is because it is so exciting, but he's been super busy recently, so we're waiting until he has a bit more free time, which will be probably in May sometime, but hold out for the video. Okay, so we are done. We're just walking up the last hill back to the car. It is actually perfect running weather today. Not too hot, not too cold, although I put my gloves back on because my hands are frozen. We did just under 17.5 kilometers. How do you feel, Fee?
Okay, legs are struggling a tiny bit, but better than expected. Tia's struggling. Yeah.
I think she wants to go back down into the woods and not back to the car. So how are you feeling for Croatia?
Yeah, I need to do more training, that's for sure. If I was walking the whole thing, I don't think there'd be a problem. But my running fitness is way off.
Yeah, running is such specific fitness that, I mean, you do a lot of hiking and stuff, but which will come in handy because I think it's probably going to be a little bit hilly. And how do I feel? Much better than I did. Still slightly terrified that I have to do like 6 times that. Or whatever, maths is not my strong point, but something like that, and that's going to be very, very painful indeed. But I'm sort of like stuck between trepidation and excitement. I am excited to get out. I've just been feeling so awful recently that I really don't want to feel like death the whole way around, you know. I'm used to feeling like death towards the end of a run, but recently, I was just saying to Fia, I've been feeling like that at the beginning of a 5k run, feeling as though I've just run 40 kilometers, which is a pretty miserable feeling, but hopefully the views will carry me through and race day excitement and all that. This is the garden, wait. This is the garden centre that we always go to, Brackenwood. So if you're in Bristol looking for trees, that's where you should go. Fia's just gone off up there to round up to 18. I am very happy not to round up to 18. Tia's just trying to follow him. Baby, we're gonna wait. Good girl. And it felt really good actually running with my pack. I quite enjoy running with a little bit of weight. I feel very secure and feel like it's almost hugging me. But I feel that maybe I won't be feeling like that however many hours and hours and hours into my run. Oh, I'm so nervous, I'm so stressed, but it will be fine. Whatever happens, it'll be fine. So that is it for this week's vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. That's bye from me and Tia. If you did enjoy it, please do hit the thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe as well. It really helps other people find my videos if you guys are supporting them, and wish Rhian luck as well, just going round in circles. That is it for this week's vlog. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time.